Yo,
Oh my God, what's going
what's
on,
good,
man?
man? It's been a minute.
Wait. Bro, is that a camera?
Black Magic?
Bro, is that Richard?
Is that George?
Bro, why is our logo up there?
Did we just walk into a podcast?
Where are we?
Hold on, Loki might as well take a seat.
Might as well.
Yo, this is mad nice. I think our price just went up.
Bro, why is there a third chair?
Wait a second.
Bro, who are you?
Who are you?
We just spawned here. What you mean?
You want to take a seat?
Sure.
Might as well.
What are you guys doing here?
I think we're about to record a podcast,
What
baby.
are you doing here?
This is my house.
Wait, what's your name?
Bakari Kamal.
Wait, that Loki
That's
sounds
so
familiar.
wrong.
Hold on,
I
hold
know
on.
that.
Today, we're sitting down with someone who does powerful work in the community. He's based in Chicago and works with nonprofits, community organizations, schools, and even government agencies, helping them tell their stories through video and photography in a way that actually creates impact.
I've seen that.
He's also partnered with organizations like Live Free Illinois, Teamwork Inglewood, and the Parent Engagement Institute. And his work has helped raise awareness, deepen engagement, and secure real funding. At the core of it, he's about preserving the community stories and using them to drive change.
Yeah.
We're excited to have this conversation. Welcome to The Zone, Bakari Kamal.
Thanks.
Why did that just happen?
Welcome.
Thanks for
Welcome to
having
the
me.
zone.
It's a pleasure to be here at the Zone. This is a crazy place already.
Yeah, this is The Zone. There's no rules here. But what happens in the zone
Stays in the zone.
stays in the zone.
What about YouTube?
So you might see it on social media, you might see it on YouTube.
Yeah.
But think about it. Just because you see it there, but it stays in the zone.
Yeah, you could literally say your deepest, darkest secret is going to stay in the
In
zone.
the zone.
Might go viral, social media, but it's
Guess
going to
what?
stay in the zone.
It's on the zone.
All right, in the Zone.
Confidential.
How are you today? How are things?
Man, I'm doing well. You know, it's been a long weekend, a long February, but no
Black History Month.
complaints. You know, putting Shia to work.
Yeah,
Come on.
honestly, you guys might not know, but this is technically my boss.
That is your boss.
Yeah, Bakari Kamal.
Yes.
How would you rate me so far?
You decent. Chicago, decent. You
Decent?
know,
Okay, we'll take that. We'll take that.
you've been doing all right. Yeah. So, what about you guys? How are you guys doing?
I'm great, obviously. You know, it's been a little hiatus.
It's been a long hiatus. Not even gonna lie.
Yeah, about a month and a
About a
half,
month.
give
It's
or
been
take,
about a
You
month.
know what I'm saying?
We missed you guys.
Yeah, so
we deeply missed you
thank
guys.
you guys for tuning back in with us. You know, we don't take it for granted.
At all. Hold on. We should thank them for 100 on TikTok, over 100 on Instagram, and we've been gone for a month.
You haven't gone for a month.
That's love.
Thank you guys so
Thank
much
you
for
guys
that.
so much.
Thank you guys
Like,
so much for that. Shout out to y'all.
Keep it going. Keep it rolling. You know, we're back. We're back,
And we're better.
and we're better.
As you,
As you can see.
you know, shout out to the zone.
It's actually, you know, a whole episode this time.
Facts.
It's not just on for like 10 seconds and you know it's gone. It's you know,
We spoken into existence.
we did speak.
I love that for us.
Portable pod.
Portable
We
pod.
finally
That's
did
tough.
it.
That's tough.
Yes.
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 Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But as you may know, we have a guest.
We do have a guest.
First time having a guest too. So
I feel special,
this
man.
is history. Shout out to you being the first guest of the zone.
I
Thank
appreciate the invite.
Thank you. For
This is lit. What's the Zone all about? Give me catch me up.
Okay. So it started off about 3 years ago. We were actually doing a Bible study, and I'm actually interested to get into that with you a little bit.
Okay.
So we were doing a Bible study. We were going through the book of Proverbs. That's one of my favorite books. I know he loves that book too.
Thanks.
So we were just sitting there kind of going through, and we were just thinking like, bro, we have so many conversations that are just about everything, Bible related, sports related, music, entertainment, everything. So we're just like, why aren't we recording this? Like, why aren't we just sharing this around? And so I think we spent maybe like 2 hours on a random like Tuesday or Wednesday night just yapping about everything. We have a recording
It's
of it.
in our
Just,
voice memos.
it's
what
just like
happened.
just
Yeah.
talking. And then we were just like, yeah, let's do it. Fast forward 2.5 years later, we still hadn't done it. And I think it was a random weekend over, I think in November or December. I was like, bro, why didn't we start the podcast? Like, let's do it. Like, why not do it now?
Yeah.
And then we sat down in the Starbucks and then
Sat down in the Starbucks. Did some rough drafting. You know, got the ideas flowing.
a lot of
And said, yo, this is like you said, December, something like that.
Yeah.
We say, yo, in 2026, we're going to get this going.
Mhm.
Wow.
And it's now 2026.
And so we got to get it going.
Gotta
So,
get it
we
going.
are.
You know,
This is our third
third episode.
episode of the podcast.
Third episode.
We also do have a like a little mini segment that we do called Club Parables.
Club Parables.
So it's basically like a little Bible study within the zone. So
Okay.
go watch that too. Tune into that. We're going to be recording more episodes
Yes.
coming soon.
Episode 2 will be out very soon. We hope you guys enjoyed episode 1. That was going through Proverbs chapters 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3. We got to continue that.
We do.
We've been slacking, but
Just a little bit.
we're back
We'll tap back in. We are so
Thanks.
sorry. We know you guys missed up. We missed you so much. We've been seeing the comments. I know Noah commented something goofy. I don't remember what it was, but I know Noah hit me up the other day. He was like, so when you guys were going to record another episode?
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of feedback just from like a lot of different people just
Mhm.
saying, yo, we like the pod, but like, when's the next episode coming?
Yeah. We're like, oh, soon.
Couldn't tell you, but
But
yo,
guess what?
it's soon.
It's here, though.
I think we forgot the password to the account.
I'm not going to lie. I think I did, too.
Yeah.
It's written down somewhere.
But we remembered it,
We did.
which is why we're here right now.
Yes, we're back.
Yeah.
We are here.
We are here.
Okay. Oh, hold on. Gotta do a little self-plug per usual. So, right there, Fro JPEGs. Go show some love.
Right here, shy.3x on Instagram. Show some love.
And apparently, right here is Digital Faith Coach on TikTok, Instagram. Show some love.
There we go.
Yeah.
Now, hold on. I want to get into that real quick before we really
You're right.
hold on. Digital Faith Coach. Tap me into that a little bit, because obviously I've seen around, Bakari Kamal Productions, I've seen that, but where does Digital Faith Coach come from? Like, what is the meaning behind that?
Yes. So of course I have BKP Productions.
Mhm.
That's my production company. Digital Faith Coach came from the separation of my business brand and my personal brand. And I think a lot of people try to mesh everything together.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's important to create separation. So Digital Faith Coach came from this idea while I was continuing to go deeper into branding and marketing and content, where I knew God wanted me to do it the way he wanted me to do it, and to bring more awareness to how to do content creation God's way. And that doesn't always mean you need to be Jesus, but it does mean that eventually your content should drive people into knowledge, into the knowledge of the kingdom of God. So that's how Digital Faith came about, is this combination of digital storytelling and content creation and faith, and how those two integrate, and me sharing with other people how to do the same thing.
Okay, cool.
I love that.
Quick
I
question.
love that.
What got you into media?
Well, the main thing was just being in high school. I told this story before, but my grandmother, she had Alzheimer's. And so she began to lose her memory and forget about, different things about how to function, or, the names of her children, or, her grandchildren. So I saw that experience as a high school student, and it made me feel like keeping memories was very important. So that's how I really dove into media. It was like, I want to start taking photos to preserve memories. And from there, also in high school, I transitioned from Chicago Ag, which is a high school in Chicago, and I went to DeVry Advantage Academy my junior and senior year, which was a high school college program.
Mhm.
And I was learning multimedia. So I got into media further there. So it was like that was happening. My grandmother had passed. So all these things were happening at the same time that pushed me further into media. And once I got a hold of an actual camera and started using it, like, I just never went back.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree with 1,000%.
Yeah.
You are a
Yeah.
photographer.
I am a photographer.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah. Photography is lit and video is lit.
Absolutely.
Everybody, I feel like there's not many people who would try it who would be like, nah, this sucks.
Yeah.
Like, it's something that, it's a special feeling when you can capture a moment or tell a story visually.
I mean, that's quite literally my brand with Pharrell JPEGs. I mean, I had my senior show last year before I graduated at Olivet, and literally my story behind it is being able to tell the story of the athletes that people don't see. Because it's like, there's one thing to be able to see the photo, like, oh yeah, cool, you saw the photo across the finish line. Okay, cool, but I want to take it a little bit go a little bit more forward. I want to show the coach and the athlete hugging. I want to show, them crying with tears on their face after they just hit that personal best, or whatever, being a sports photographer. So I love that you talked about like capturing those memories, because like you want to make them last,
Yeah.
So that's huge.
No, for sure. That's dope. I didn't know that about you and your brand. That's fire. And I think it's a lot of opportunity in that right now, just with NIL deals from college students and even high school students are. Even I've seen elementary school students are building digital brands around their, their careers athletically. So, yeah, I'm sure you have a bright future ahead of you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, as you said, you run a production company.
Yes, sir.
Can't be easy.
Oh man.
So, like, my question is, what would be the most challenging part of that?
The most challenging part is working with people. Working with people. A lot of videographers and photographers, they work by themselves. It's their creative thing. It's their outlet. It's the way they make money. They're freelancers. But when you really begin to build a video production company, you got to work with people and you have to build team. And that's the hardest part I think that's the hardest part of doing life, is working with people. But that's what we're called to do, is be in community, work with other people. And that's how you go further. And that's how you go faster, is by collaborating with people. But, I served in the military, so I learned very quickly that you have to work with other people who may have different beliefs and different ideals and different ways of going about things, but you can still work together to accomplish something huge or something major. And so I want to apply that to my video production company and say, okay, you might come from this neighborhood or you might have this belief, but we all have a common goal, which is preserving the Black story, being creative and expressing ourselves in that way, and then just, getting people to work together. Yeah, that's the hardest part.
What branch of the military did you serve in?
The only branch that matters, the Marine Corps.
Is there like beef between the branches, like with the?
There's no beef. We're the best. Semper Fidelis.
There it is. Yeah. You heard it here first.
There's absolutely no beef. We're the best. The few, the proud, the Marines.
I think that might be the only branch that has like a motto, unless I'm mistaken.
I mean, you probably wouldn't remember any other ones if they did, because they're just not as good.
Or they just spend a lot on marketing.
It could be a little propaganda, but hey.
Okay, hold on. I have a question regarding kind of the military aspect going into creative, entrepreneurship. So like, was there a huge like adjustment period going from military to entrepreneurship? Kind of how, like, was that transition?
Yeah, like that transition was pretty crazy. Military, it really molds you into what the military needs you to be successful. So in that process, I lost a lot of my creativity. I had locks actually before I went in the military, so I cut the locks off. Being outside of my normal environment in Chicago, which produced a lot of my creativity. So in some ways, I was able to be creative and see new sides of things, but a lot of the military is not aesthetically pleasing. Yeah. So, getting that inspiration on what to shoot and what to capture was challenging, because it was all like military. I even remember this story where I was in, we call it OCS, which is Officer Candidate School. It's the officer version of boot camp. And so when you're an officer, that means you graduated from college and you're going into the military with a degree compared to going straight out of high school. So when I was in training, one of my sergeant instructors, they was like, "Robertson, get over here." I was like, "Yes, sir." And then, "Yes, sergeant instructor." And then he was like, "So you think you're famous, huh? You think you're on YouTube, huh?" I was like, No, sergeant instructor." And then he was like, "I don't want to see none of that garbage anymore. You understand me?" I was like, "Yes, sergeant instructor." "Yes, sir." And then I ran away.
Wait, so you guys were actually yelling at each other?
Well, of course. Yeah. That's just what we do all the time. He yells, they yell, we yell back. If we don't yell, they say, "Why are you talking to me like I'm your little girlfriend?" Scream at me. And then we say, "Yes, sir."
Okay. Would you say you could do that?
Oh, no, absolutely not. No. I don't think I could.
Yeah, that was my life for a long time. But yeah. But anyway, it was kind of like in that moment, I was actually discouraged to continue my YouTube journey because I'm like, dang, I'm like, how did he even find this?
Right.
But I was doing YouTube, telling people how I prepared for OCS and what my workouts, stuff like that. And they found it, I guess. And then I found out while I was actually in training. And I was scared.
Do you think that was like a personal thing with him, or is that like actually a thing within the military where you can't like document your process?
No, I think for sure they're always like looking and seeing what type of stuff is out there about the military in general. But, you know, definitely when you're going through training, they're like, you know, trying to see what's out there in your digital presence as well. Yeah. So that's huge. If anybody's like going to the military one day, like you might want to pay attention to that.
Yeah. I mean, not even just the military, but just as a whole. I mean, athletes especially too, like really just being very, not necessarily just cautious, but just being aware about what you're doing, where you're at, and why you're doing it. Especially is a huge thing.
Because you're representing whatever school, organization, whatever. So you got to be careful what you do and what you post.
Because, I mean, that's literally your brand.
Right. And this is why I always champion personal branding. So being a digital faith coach is about personal branding and about how to leverage that intentionally, right, to build the kingdom of God. But it's also about being intentional about your personal brand because you're going to have a personal brand regardless, but to curate it in such a way where you're in control of it in a sense is important. And that's how people are building multi-million-dollar businesses these days, by just being themselves and creating a personal brand.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
What is so funny?
No, I'm still trying to get used to being in this new zone.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to the zone. This zone is great. I love the zone.
I love it.
Hey, this is a vibe.
Shout out to the zone.
What's up with this thing?
This thing is actually like my twin.
Oh.
I got him on the day I was born. His name is ZJ, a.k.a. Zurio Jr.
ZJ, what's up, ZJ?
Yeah, he's part of the audience. We also have Richard right here. And George.
So,
Richard and George.
little backstory. So, first episode, we kind of were just like, yo, like, this is our first episode. Like, we don't know if anybody's going to watch. Like, we knew people might watch it, but we didn't know we were going to have, like, an audience for real. So, we were like, let's just bring in an audience of our own.
Yeah.
And so then we were like, might as well start here. So, Richard, I got him from Build-A-Bear, but Richard is named after my grandfather who passed away last year. Actually, coming up this week, or not last year, before, and he would always wear a grout fit, and so I got a stuffed animal wearing a grout fit.
But, do you know what that is?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah. What generation are you part of?
They call me Zillennial.
Zillennial?
Yes.
Okay.
Care to explain the Zillennial?
Yeah.
I know millennial, but Zillennial.
Well, there's millennials that are like borderline boomers.
Oh.
Wait, isn't it boomers or Gen X or something?
Boomers, that's like...
No, boomers is like far. Yeah. No, like Gen X, right? The generation right before millennials. Mm-hmm. I'm closer to Z than I am to whatever that other one is. X?
Generation X.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you get offended? First of all, do people call you Unc?
You know, I don't think I think I coined myself Unc when I hit 30, but I actually think more appropriately I'm Big Bro. But big y'all bro. Can put in the comments. For sure. You know, I think once you hit about 40, then you Unc, for real Unc.
How old are you?
I'm 31.
Man.
Wow.
No. There's nothing crazy about that. There's nothing crazy about that at all.
You're mad young, mad youthful.
Big bro.
Yeah, you're
that's
big bro.
That's big
you
bro.
know what I'm saying?
Wait, how old are you all?
I'm 23.
I'm 22.
Oh, okay. Very well.
Yeah, you're just a couple years.
We're young. You're 31 years young.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a point where it's like you reach 25, then you pushing 30, but you're past that. So it's just like one of those things where it's like, wow. But you're mad young though, and you have a young mindset, and you're full of youth. You know?
You know, I received that.
Yeah, so don't let anybody ever take that away from you.
Never.
Yes.
Ever.
You know, no offense.
Yeah, ever. You're mad young. Yeah.
But we gotta explain what so a grout fit.
Grout fit.
Yeah. So
let's get back to that.
Yep.
It's just a gray on gray fit. So they call it a grout fit. You know, it's an outfit, but it's gray, so grout fit.
Wow. This would have been a grout fit if I had gray sweats on.
Yes.
Wow. I'm learning is occurring.
I actually didn't know about that till my freshman year until I attended PWI.
Likewise.
Yeah,
Really?
predominantly white institute. I didn't know that was a thing until they started saying that.
Because I would just wear gray sweats with a gray hoodie, and they'd be like, "Okay, girl outfit." I'd be like, "Huh?
Like, what are you talking about?
Like, what are we getting into
A
here?"
grout fit.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what school did you go to?
Olivet Nazarene.
Oh, and what about you?
I live in Nazarene.
Oh, wow.
We were actually roommates,
We were.
and then their roommates played the clip.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh, that's fire.
Clip there.
Grout fit.
Outfit.
I'll keep that in mind.
you don't really have to. That probably won't ever come up in your life ever again unless someone just brings it up. But like, I never heard about it since I was in that bubble. Now that I left the bubble, I haven't heard about it.
Wow.
Should we bring outfit back?
Probably not.
No, I agree with that. We're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it where it's at. You know,
Yeah,
2026 new year. We're just gonna.
I left that in 2021.
Oh,
But shout out to Richard though.
Shout out
for
Richard.
wearing a
Shout out
graphic,
Richard.
Yeah.
So,
And then-
Richard,
Curious George. You know, my name's George. My sister thought it'd be really funny
I was gonna say.
to get me a stuffed Curious George. I think I was maybe a freshman in high school. Oof, that was almost a decade ago that we were freshmen in high school.
Jeez.
Wait,
Yeah, yeah.
for me it was.
For you, it was. For me, it'll be next year.
Yeah, I went to high school 2026, not 2026,
2016.
2016.
Decade.
A decade is crazy.
Wait, how long has it been for you?
Oh, come on now.
Okay.
You know, we
You
don't-
don't gotta answer that. You don't gotta
No,
answer
so
that.
yeah,
Okay.
so Richard, George, and we have a few other ones. We got Stitch, we got Mr. Potato Head. We got a few that we kind of just throw in there here and there. The idea is that the audience is going to continue to grow. So as the zone gets bigger, you know, we're going to need to fill it with the audience.
Yeah,
So Richard, George, CJ, and it's going to keep growing.
I got a pillow pad at home who's waiting to join the audience.
I do too.
So whenever that's ready.
So yes, so each
Wow.
episode we try to add someone new. So
I think it's fire. I think this is a good blueprint for people who are scared to start their podcast or their content creation journey, because one, you all work together. You got that accountability, and then two, you got your audience here. So regardless of how many people ever see it in the digital space, at least you have these three.
Yeah,
exactly.
and I'm always gonna have these three.
I was going to have these.
Shout out to y'all.
But no, I think that is, I want to touch on that, what you just said is like, no matter how many people are watching, just the fact that you're starting it is what matters. What matters most. I think that's the biggest thing that a lot of people tend to get caught up in is the views, the amount of likes, the amount of comments. Oh my gosh, I only got 2 likes on this post. What am I going to do about that? But I think the biggest thing is like just continuing to do that. Like I know, for example, for me with my photo brand, it was like, if I would have started with the random editing and just the random photos that I did and just kept posting it, just post it, I wouldn't have had the confidence to just keep going or keep doing it, or even just to do this. You know what I mean? So I think that's it. I like that you mentioned that about just doing it.
Yeah, people pay a lot of attention to numbers, but they shouldn't really focus on it too much.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, believe it or not, a lot of people don't know this, but I used to run meme pages back in the day.
You saw meme pages?
Yeah, and I was like 12. Like I had a whole bunch of different Instagram accounts. I had one account where it was called Shoemoji. There was like a thing like back in the day that Foot Locker had where they had shoes like Jordans, Adidas as emojis, and people would want their names written within the Shoemoji. And I had a full account, and people like send us DMs requests.
That's hilarious.
Mind you, I was like 12 years old running this.
Oh, why were you doing that?
Why not?
Why not?
Touche.
Why not? But yeah, I've been in the media space for some time, running accounts. I ran a NBA memes account before. I ran an OKC Thunder fan page before in like 2017, 2018. Yeah, I had my fair share of experiences on social media, for sure.
Wow.
And all this was like anonymous too. Like I would
Not
never put
anymore.
it. Yeah. Now I have a podcast in my face and I'm actually talking on it, and they can see me right now talking to a camera. Shout out to you guys. Yeah. That was just like a little confession I had to say.
Hey, this is a safe space.
This
Yeah,
is
I'm-
the zone.
This is the zone. I'm not ashamed of it. I just never told anybody about it.
That's actually, we're the first ones to hear that. That's huge. Thank you for feeling comfortable enough to share that with us.
Yeah, well, whenever I'm in the zone, I feel comfortable.
Very well.
Do you feel comfortable?
I feel better with Curious George here.
Do you want to hold him?
Yes. Come on, George.
Yeah, there you
There
go.
you go. There you
What's
go.
up, buddy?
That's all you.
It's my new friend.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question. I want to. You missed it. You
What?
missed it.
What I missed?
You have to watch it back.
I bet. Yeah,
Watch
tune
it
in.
back.
I'll be the first to
They
watch.
saw it. They saw it.
I'll be the first to comment. Trust. No one can beat
Here
me.
we go. Okay, so you're not millennial. You're zillennial. Just want to clarify on that, right? Make sure I want to respect that. Question I
Cool
have.
with both, though. But
Okay.
yeah.
So millennial.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Question I have: do you see a difference in how each generation approaches purpose, work, and kind of storytelling? Like, for example, like us being Gen Z, you being a millennial, do you see a difference in kind of how we approach things? And if you do, kind of what would you say like the biggest thing you see is that's different between it all?
I do see a difference, but it's hard to define.
Mm-hmm.
I think when I think about the difference in generations, I think about how each generation grew up.
Right.
Our generation, in terms of millennials, we grew up where at first there wasn't much interaction in the digital space.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've seen the birth of all of this interaction in the digital space become more consumer friendly.
Mm-hmm.
If you go back into the ancient age of MySpace or Tagged, there's some other platform called Black Planet or something. I don't think I was ever on there. But this was like the birth of social media, right? So we got a chance to go outside and ride bikes together and
Hold on, now wait, we did too.
Yeah,
we
we
rode
outside.
bikes. Hold
Really?
on, we was outside.
We
We
were
was
I didn't know
outside.
that you
We
all
were
did that.
outside.
Hold on, like we was outside.
Very well.
Moms don't know how far the bike ride actually went,
As
but
long as you were back by the street lights.
come on, like
It was
we
good.
was outside.
We were there. Don't get it twisted.
that's
now.
actually shocking.
Don't get it twisted.
But
now.
were you all on social media like when you were younger?
Not really.
I mean, I was running pages, but like not,
Yeah,
not
You
really
were
for
coming
real.
out the womb, like fan pages, like
You know what I'm saying?
it's crazy.
But like, I was really outside when it comes to my childhood. Growing up with Grant, we were outside all the time riding bikes, just doing random things. I felt like growing up in my old neighborhood, basically all the houses that were on the block, I could go and like feel comfortable. Like I knew like everybody on the block.
Yeah, that's just I feel like, that's kind of the vibe back in the day. That's definitely not the vibe now.
At all, yeah.
It's not the vibe.
Not at all.
But yeah, so I mean, I think that's the difference. Like Gen X, they didn't really grow up on social media, so interacting on social media is like something. It's not natural to them, I would say, from my perspective.
Yeah.
And then of course the next generation, whether it be Gen Z or Gen Alpha, like that's primarily how they interact with each other in the social way, and in person social interaction is kind of very limited.
Yeah.
So I think the exposure at whatever age you were growing up to social media determines how natural it is to you to connect in that way.
What's one thing you would say Gen Z gets wrong about millennials?
I feel like it's tough. I feel like Gen Z kind of vibes with millennials a good amount, which is why I feel like, we have a powerful connection to be able to make change. I think like millennials and other generations, there's a little bit of a disconnect. But I don't know. What about you all? Because you all are what, Gen Z?
Yeah.
Do you feel like there is some disconnect between Gen Z and us as millennials?
As far as the disconnect goes, not that I can think about off rip. The only thing that comes to my mind for some reason is I saw this trend on TikTok where it's like the millennial pause. Have you seen that? It's either the millennial pause or the Gen Z pause. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like where they press record and then they're like,
and then
and then they speak.
Yeah, that's the only thing that came to my mind in that moment. But
I haven't seen that.
I can't think of anything else. Maybe you're not in either generation.
It's like I guess it's like highlighting the fact that millennial could have just edited out that first like pause portion instead of leaving it there, which I feel like millennials should be wise enough to pick up on that. I do it because I'm for the most part, because I understand how important those first few seconds are when you're editing content.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Digital faith coach.
I think
for
the
sure.
only, I don't know how like it relates. I think the only like difference that I see is just entertainment. That's the only like the biggest thing that I see. I know like with my mom, for like my mom especially, like I remember it vividly. Listen, don't hate on me for it. I was young, didn't know no better. She mentioned Wu-Tang to me. I was like, oh, like Lil Wayne? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, mind you, listen. I didn't know no better, okay?
Wait, so when you heard Wu-Tang, did you just think like it was just any rapper? Like what came
I
to your head when you
I,
heard
I
Wu-Tang?
I didn't know Wu-Tang was like a group until she sat me down and had to explain it to me.
No, yeah, that's real for
And
some people,
so
I guess.
I compared them because I was like, mind you, I'm like maybe 8 or 9 years old, So I'm like just listening to like Lil Wayne, Drake, Nicki Minaj. That's what I was listening to. And so when she mentioned another artist, I was like, oh, so yeah, like I can compare them to Lil Wayne. And so I'd say that was probably the biggest. Listen, I'm better now though. I'm better now though. Okay, I've grown. I've learned. I've gotten better.
I'm not even the most savvy when it comes to old school hip hop, but that's crazy.
Listen, I was 8 years old. Okay, I was 8.
I guess.
We'll
Yeah.
extend some grace.
Just a little bit. Just a tad bit. Like,
Yeah, growing up when it comes to the music scene, I felt like I had a taste in like everything because like my parents are pretty old school,
yeah.
so I know a lot of random stuff just about like music that you probably used to listen to growing up. Not saying you're old or anything, but like just saying
What, like Frankie Beverly and
Frankie
Maze?
Beverly. You could do that. We can go even older. We can talk about Frank Sinatra, the Rat Pack, Nat King Cole if you want. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I'm down.
wow.
I listen to it all. I like the Beach Boys, the Monkees. A lot of random stuff, Soul Train.
I know Gen Zers that didn't even know who Bob Marley was.
That's actually
Yeah, that's
crazy.
insane.
That's insane. But yeah, I love music though. Like any kind of music. Not really. I don't hate on country. It's just like not really my thing. You know what I'm saying? But like I'll listen to it.
We know who loves country.
We do know who loves country.
Grant.
Yeah, that's him.
I don't understand. So our other roommate Grant, you met Grant before.
Maybe.
Yeah, he was at the embassy anniversary thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Yeah.
Grant and Shia, they went to school together, but they were also or they like grew up together and also were roommates
Never went to
freshman,
school. Yeah,
sophomore year.
he was homeschooled.
Oh, Grant.
My bad. Nah.
Grant was homeschooled, guys.
Homeschooled.
Grant was homeschooled.
Yeah.
Nothing against people that are homeschooled. We love you
He's a
guys.
homeschooled kid.
We love you guys. No. So Grant was our other roommate last year, and we would walk into the apartment to just country music blasting, and him like full on like just embracing it. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, that's just him though. Like growing up, we grew up in the same area, but we grew up in two different lifestyles. Yeah, just being homeschooled and he growing up with the people that he grew up with.
Yeah.
No need to go down to that rabbit hole. He's not even here. We could talk about that whenever he's on as a guest. But yeah, what an interesting guy Grant is. You know what I'm saying? One of a kind.
Grant.
Yeah.
Love Grant.
Shout out Grant.
Shout out Grant.
Yeah, shout out Grant Wilson.
G. Wilson.
Yep, G-Dub. But yeah, going back to music, do you have what are your top 3 favorite artists of all time?
Wow.
This is a good one.
What a question. I don't think anybody's ever asked me this. Top 3 favorite artists of all time. I'm going to put Kendrick on that list.
Okay. Okay.
When I say top 3 artists, I'm thinking like what related to me and what really touched me in my soul.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I'm going to go Kendrick. I'm going to go Bob Marley.
Okay.
Revolutionary, very soulful, international music.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll take those 2.
For the last spot.
Oh man!
And see,
We can't
this
do
is where it gets tricky.
4 if you want to make a Mount Rushmore to make it.
I like that.
Yeah.
Mount
Okay,
Rushmore.
you want to do a Mount Rushmore?
Yeah.
Let's see. Who do I listen to so
we got
regularly?
Kendrick,
Bob
Bob Marley.
Man, that is a toughie. I'm gonna have to go with Kanye.
There we
He's
go.
on mine too.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
I'm
That's
gonna have to go
Bro,
Kanye.
yeah, he's
I respect
arguably the
that.
greatest
You
Yeah.
of all
can't,
time.
Yeah,
you
you
can't
can't
not
Yeah,
have
yeah.
Kanye in his music catalog. I mean,
Yeah.
it must be on the list.
Mhm.
Now this
Last
last
spot.
one is gonna be tough.
Last spot.
I want something R&B, man.
Mhm.
Who do I listen to R&B?
You know we coming your way next, so you gotta have your four ready.
Bro, I listen to so many people.
I know, I know.
Man,
bro.
yeah, it's tough. I think if I had to go with the last spot, who's some singers out there, man? I need some R&B.
It depends on like what genre and
Yeah.
like what generation you're trying to look at. You can go
You know, Mary J.
Whitney Houston as far as singing
Houston.
goes. You can go Adele. Adele's a
Yeah.
phenomenal singer, vocalist.
Adele, yeah, she can sing well. I don't know. I'm gonna
Ooh,
go.
Adele is a pull.
I'm saying, like as a vocalist,
That's a
bro, that's what I'm
pull.
saying,
Yeah. Yeah, not Adele. No, can't go with
He
that.
said, you know, you're not wrong, but not for this Mount Rushmore.
I'm gonna go Stevie Wonder.
bro. Okay.
That's not crazy.
Yeah,
I
I'm
like
gonna go
that.
Stevie Wonder. Legendary.
Yeah.
I like that. That is a solid 4.
Yeah.
I got to go to a concert for my birthday in 2023. Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, Stevie Wonder's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, the skill set is astronomical.
Yeah. It was an honor just to see him perform.
No, for
You know
real.
what I'm
How
saying?
was it? Like, was it like?
It was great.
Yeah.
I loved it. I have some video clips of it. It was for my birthday in November 2023. It was fire. It might have been
That's what's
2024. I think it was 2024. Yeah, 2024.
No, that's tough.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that Mount Rushmore. I feel like that's well rounded.
Do you? I feel like, you know, after you said that, you kind of just like, you know, you were like
Yeah.
sit back a little bit. You're like, you know what?
Not
I'm happy with that.
I am. That's
for,
good.
for me personally, I don't know what I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna lie, because when it comes to music, bro, I be taking that seriously, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm like a audiophile. Like I just love music.
Like, I don't get into debates with him because he'll pull a catalog. Like he'll go
No
down.
way.
He'll go into the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And so I don't
Like,
get into that argument with him.
Yeah, just growing up, looking back at it, I guess I was studying music, but I was just consuming music. I just love music. I'm not gonna lie.
Mhm.
Wow. Why do you love music so much? Like, what about music makes you enjoy it?
It's a lot of different things that attach to music. Music is a soundtrack of our lives. When you hear a certain song, it can take you back to a certain time. And then the experiences that you can have with certain songs or albums. It's a whole bunch of different things that makes music so beautiful. I love music. I'm not gonna lie.
You see?
That's what's
Yeah.
up.
You
He's
see?
falling
I mean,
up. He's like,
he's-
oh, I love music.
I can't lie.
Oh
man.
my
I love
God.
music.
That's what's up.
I love to talk about music. We talk about that all day. But as far as the Mount Rushmore goes, for me, I gotta put Kanye up there.
Mhm.
I'm putting X up there. XXX Tentacion. You know what that is?
I do. I'm surprised that he's going on your Mount Rushmore.
I feel like that because a lot of people don't know about him for real. Like when you hear his name, you might think of just screaming music or just sad music, but I'll put you on if you want to get put on. But he has great music.
Wow.
Genuinely. Other two for my Mount Rushmore of
Mhm.
music, that is crazy. All time is insane.
All
I'm
time.
not gonna lie.
Oh, hold on. It's coming this way. Let me start thinking.
Yeah, I didn't even do no jazz or nothing.
Yeah.
Dang.
But you can go like Mike James. You know that is. You know, you've heard one of his songs before.
Which one?
I'll play it real quick. Hold on. I just keep talking about it. Pull this up right quick.
While he's doing that, I'll give mine. Kanye's on it for sure.
For sure.
Okay,
I gotta go Mike. Michael Jackson gotta go on there.
that's fair.
I gotta go Drake. I gotta go Drake. I grew up.
Drake.
Yeah.
Drake. Drake.
I don't know. I've always been a huge Drake fan, but as of late, the one album that I've been listening to the most is honestly Nevermind, which was his kind of like house music.
Bro, I love that album. I'm not gonna lie. That's Born House right there. for
Dude,
sure.
like,
There you go.
listen. When I first heard that album, I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really messing with it a little bit. But the more I listened to it, and the more I actually started to like dive a little bit deeper into music, I'm gonna send you the video. I saw a TikTok yesterday where it was going through each sample that he did for it. I'm listening to the sample, I'm like, how did he figure that out? And then I'm listening to the song, I'm like, yo, I ain't even like peeped that.
Yeah.
If when I find out, I'll send it to you too. But like just hearing that album, that solidified it that he was gonna be on my Mount Rushmore. Just because it's like old Drake to like he's had different phases of what he like the style he went through, and so it's like he's on my list. Now that fourth spot is between three people. I think if I had to go that fourth spot, I gotta go Biggie. Just because my mom,
As an artist?
yeah, as an artist, just because my mom was a really, really huge Biggie fan, and so it kind of rubbed off on me a little bit. And the more I like listen to him, just like if Biggie's on, I'm not turning it off. You know what I mean? When I think about my Mount Rushmore, it's like if they're on in the radio, if they're on like playing in the car, if I'm not turning it off, I'm not turning off Kanye, I'm not turning off Michael Jackson, I'm not turning off Drake, I'm not turning off Biggie. You know what I mean? But the three I was debating about was Biggie, Tupac, or Eminem. If Tupac comes on, I listen to Tupac, but there's a song or two that I might skip. You know what I mean? If Eminem comes on, there's a song or two I might skip. But like, I'm not skipping those four. At least for my Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think Drake has amazing music across a wide span of what decades, maybe a decade or two.
Starting like what 08?
08, 07? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's 2 decades.
I can't knock it.
Yeah.
I was just surprised that it was like top 4 of all time.
Yeah.
I still don't like. Yeah, for me to finish mine off, there's this newer artist named Tizo Touchdown. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
You do like Tizo.
I love Tizo.
You do like Tizo.
You're putting him on your Mount Rushmore?
I think so. Do you know who that is?
I've never heard of him.
He's a newer artist. I mean, he's been making music for a long time, but he's like just not really getting into the scene. But he makes great music. It's a fresh breath. Like I first discovered him in like 2023, but like it was like music was becoming redundant to me around that time, and like getting into him was just
That's
like a
not
fresh
crazy.
breath of air.
That's not crazy.
So like R&B, like
Everything. Like he has R&B songs.
Listen,
like,
don't get him started. Listen, we'll
Bro.
go down this rabbit hole.
yeah, just shoot me a project or something, man.
I got you.
This is crazy.
All the artists that I chose so far are very, very versatile. Like they're not just
Yeah.
rap or singing. Like they do everything. And to fill out the fourth, I guess I would go Mike Jack too. Michael Jackson, King of Pop.
That's fair.
Yeah. But to going back to Mike James, I'm gonna just play like a 5-second clip. But you probably heard this before.
Oh, this is a vibe.
Have you heard that before?
Of course.
Yeah, that's Mike James.
That's a vibe.
Yeah.
That's a vibe.
You know what I feel we should do?
But
I feel like we should get into our new segment.
I think we should get into a new
Let's
segment.
do it. Okay, so within our podcast, we have a bunch of different segments that we touch on either every episode or just kind of here and there. So we have another segment that we'll touch in towards the end. But we have a new segment called Name That Tune that we want to try with you, right? So we'll play about 3 to 5 seconds of a song, okay? And we want to see if you know what the song is, okay?
All right, George, let's get ready to rumble.
All right, so we're gonna start pretty easy. You know what I'm saying?
Very easy.
Nothing hard at all. Just name that tune whenever you can.
All right, let's see. Oh, this has got to be some Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Gotta be.
What is it, like Thriller? I don't know. Like, you guys picked the wrong person for this. Like,
Listen, you can save it. You can save it. You can save it.
all right,
You can
go
save
ahead.
it. You can save it.
Michael, I don't know.
Do we tell them now or just
Just
Billie Jean?
that was
Here it
that
is.
was
Here it
legit.
is.
Okay,
See,
all
look,
right,
look,
there
see,
we
wait,
go.
look. You know you can save it now.
Here's another easy one.
Here's another one.
I see dead people. Oh. That's Kendrick. They
Yeah.
not like us?
There we go.
All right,
All right.
well.
This last one.
This is our last one.
This last one might be a little.
I'm melting.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey.
What?
So, go ahead
What?
and name that tune.
What type of FBI research is going on in the zone?
What you mean?
This is just a new segment that we have called
Yeah, name that too.
Oh my God. What is that? That's Black Kamal and T Matumbo.
I think that was him. Yeah.
Oh my!
Who was Black Kamal, by the way?
Let us know.
I cannot believe this. This is crazy. That was my high school music. Yes.
You want to touch on that, or we would just see what it is? Like,
you know what I'm saying?
We were just making music, having fun, smoking, doing what high school students do.
Do you remember the lyrics to that song?
I do. Yeah, I do.
Do you want
to? What are we doing? You want me to elaborate?
No. Elaborate. I was just gonna say, like, if you wanted to give us like a quick little, like, 10-second,
like a breakdown.
Not breakdown. We could do a breakdown. I was gonna ask you to do like a live performance.
Yeah. A performance is crazy.
Just like 10 seconds,
10 seconds, nothing crazy.
Oh man.
Black
Yeah,
Kamal.
I don't know if I can do a performance. That's just beyond my. Black Kamal was a different version.
Okay. I can respect that. Next time.
Maybe.
Next time, maybe.
Wow, that's crazy.
Might gotta have like an anniversary show or something like that.
Great job for the research, man.
Thank you.
I don't know how you all found that. Jeez.
It's the zone, man.
Golly.
But guess what? It's gonna stay in the zone.
It's gonna, you don't gotta worry about that getting out.
No, you don't.
Well,
that's gonna stay in the past. It's gonna stay in the zone.
I give y'all your props, man. That was excellent.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow. I like that.
Okay. The other segment that we usually do, it's gonna tie into the digital faith coach a little bit. So each episode, we typically do like kind of not necessarily a verse that you live by, but like if there's a verse that you always go back to, what verse would that be? So for me, it was Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 and 6. For you,
it was walk by faith, not by sight.
And so if you had to give a verse that like is just like that's the verse you like you go back to just help you just get through life, what verse would you say it is for you?
Well, my verse is always Matthew chapter 6, verse 33.
Come on. I let that one.
That's my verse. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you.
Come on.
Which, that's the priority.
Yeah. That's
the message of Jesus Christ, kingdom. For those that don't know, I always have to share since I'm platform.
You might as well.
For sure. For those who don't know, Jesus came not with a religion, but with a government. So the kingdom is a form of government. And we see the democratic form of government or democracy. We see communism, socialism. Everywhere around the world, government just never seems to work out. That's because the only form of government that will ever work out is the kingdom of God.
Facts.
So if you want to know more about what it means to be a follower of Christ, then you have to understand the government that he came to bring us.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Yeah. Oh, that was great.
That was great.
That was amazing.
Yeah. Also, something that you like to bring up that's controversial, go ahead and ask him if he's a Christian.
Are you a Christian?
No, I'm not a Christian. I'm a follower of Jesus Christ and a Bible believer, but I'm not a Christian because Christianity is a religion, and religion separates and divides people. And you see a lot of Christians that don't do what the Bible says.
Right.
They just quote scripture or, whatever, but that's not what Jesus calls us to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's good.
That was good, yeah.
Y'all are so,
I'm a sponge when it comes to Mr. Bakari Kamal over here, man.
Hey man, just doing the thing, man, walking it out. Mm-hmm. It's a pleasure to be on the zone, man. The zone is fire, man. Hey, go follow, like, subscribe on the zone, man. This is a great podcast. I love this.
Yeah, man.
Thank you all for inviting me.
Thank you for being here, Thank you for having me be your intern. It's less of an internship and almost more so of a mentorship.
Very well.
That was tough, huh? That was tough, yeah.
Noted.
No, like this was great. I enjoyed this. I love this. What do you think?
No, yeah. I mean, I haven't. It's all off the sheet with flying colors. Is that the same?
I thought we were leaving sayings.
Yeah, but they just keep coming into my head. You know what saying I'm trying to say?
No.
You pass with flying colors. I think that's the same.
Pass with flying colors. That's what it
What
is.
does that mean?
No idea.
Off the sheet with flying
No,
colors?
not off the sheet, but passing with flying colors.
Yeah.
You ever heard of that?
I have heard of that.
Yeah, like what does that mean though? Like we get the reference or whatever, but when you break it down, pass with flying colors.
Mm-hmm. Like for example, like what was the cat's out the bag? Like
Why
what?
don't you look it up? We have the internet.
No, like we all know what it
Yeah.
means.
But like,
Like,
why
why?
is that like why is that what we go to?
Why is the cat in the bag in the first place?
Exactly.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
What the grass is greener on the other side. Why can't I make my grass greener?
Yeah,
Like-
like what's on the other side that makes the grass greener?
Exactly.
And why can't it be this side?
What's it different?
It just doesn't make sense to me.
Grass is greener on the other side.
2 peas in a pod. Like, why is that like
thought
a
there was
good
3.
thing? Like, when you hear 2 peas in a pod, it's always a positive thing. Like, what if I don't like 2 peas in a pod?
Right.
I mean, 3 peas is cool.
Yeah, but like, no one ever says over 3
No one
peas in a
says
pod.
3 peas in a pod. They always say 2 peas.
Yeah, what if I want to be 3 or 4?
The Bible says 1 can be defeated, 2 can defend themselves, and a 3-strand cord is not easily broken. So I take 3 peas any day.
Amen to that, brother.
Come on.
I love that.
Come on. But no. Oh
Two
no.
more gathered.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We're
I was
we're-
wondering, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, hold on now. I feel the Holy Ghost.
Come
on.
Come on now. Come on
Hold
now.
now.
The Bible also says where 2 or more are gathered in my name. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Go ahead and finish that for me, my guy.
He's right there with us.
Amen now.
Come on now. Like
Amen. So is that why there's always 2 peas? Did we just decipher that right here, right now, on the zone? Food for thought. Why is it food for thought? like, what does that even mean? Food for thought. Like, bro, I don't know, man. Who came up with this stuff, bro?
my hair hurt now.
Yeah, we're getting off track. You're a father. What is father? what is fatherhood like for you, man?
Fatherhood is crazy. I don't know how to explain it. Fatherhood is like you birth this little human that begins to control your life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you won't really expect anything that happens. You just kind of roll with the punches. But I learned a lot about life and God, you know. One thing that the Bible says is about how God has made us in his image and likeness, and he gave us dominion. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm learning that some people parent where they control, and some people parent where they give their child dominion. So I like to give my son dominion. For example, he's 3, but I say, hey, this is your room. You clean up your room. You can set up your room however you want. This is your place for you to have in order. And I just have to model for him what having his room looks like by make sure the house is in order. Mm-hmm. So I learn a lot about how God deals with us by how I deal with my son.
Yeah. What's something about fatherhood that no one really prepares you for?
Well, no one can really prepare you for the level of sacrifice that you have to make. You know, once you have a child, you're responsible for the child. Mm-hmm. So you have to, no matter what grandiose ideas or businesses or things that you want to do or that you have, like all bets are off when it comes to the child. If you're actually being a father, a real father.
Yeah. Also, with being a father comes dad jokes.
Yes, we love dad jokes.
Can you give us probably your best dad joke that you can come up with real quick?
Dad jokes, they kind of just come in the moment, you know. Let me see. Like earlier, when I said, whatever's clever, Trevor. That's a dad joke.
He did say that earlier.
No, those they just come. Like, they just pop up. I'm sure there'll be one that comes up very soon.
Okay.
We're going to be heading out. He's going to, as we're walking out, he's going to hit us with one. Guarantee it.
Yeah.
Guarantee it. I guarantee it.
Taking the over on that.
You're taking the over? Oh, yeah.
Taking the over on that one for sure.
Look, even when your old lady, when she gets pregnant, you'll start getting the dad jokes. They'll just start coming.
Okay. It's like the same thing with like dad strength?
Dad strength? Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
Dad strength.
Is that a myth or is that true?
Yeah,
No, dad strength is accurate.
Yeah.
I feel like you do gotta hit your 35s to come into full dad strength. Yeah, once you hit about 40, like boom, your dad's
Yeah.
for real. It's there.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep that in mind.
Even if you don't work out, I don't know how it works. It's like,
Just dads
you
are
just come into
strong.
dad street.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, oh.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Are you looking forward to fatherhood?
I am. I grew up not thinking if I was going to want to be a father, but kind of as I've seen my mentor him with his kids, it's inspired me to not like strive to be like how he is, but just to be like, I don't know, just like seeing how his kids like look up to him and like how he models like his like walk with Christ to them. It's amazing. Like hearing his little one like remember Hazel, she was like,
Oh
Remember-
my gosh, bro.
yes.
She said a prayer for me one time.
yes, and she was what, maybe 2 or
2
3.
or 3 years old. It's the cutest
Yes.
thing.
What?
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's tough.
Like seeing that is like, I want that for my kids.
Yeah.
Like I want to be able to be that for my kids when I have them. Like,
That's tough. I think the best thing you could do for your child
Mhm.
is be in a God-fearing marriage.
absolutely.
And I think a lot of people have no problem with committing to having a child or having sex, and then they're committed to the child, but they're afraid to commit to marriage.
Mhm.
It's like, that's interesting. But, different people, different strokes for different folks.
Yeah. Thanks.
Absolutely, I agree.
Different strokes for different folks. Shout out Future and who was also in that commercial? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Do you know what commercial I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
Different strokes for different folks, and so on and so on. You guys know that song though? You don't know that song? Guys, come on. Deshaun, you know what I'm talking about? All right. I guess I'll just insert the clip so I'm not the one that looks slow here because I know what I'm talking
Quit
about.
playing now.
Because I know what I'm talking about, but we'll go past that for sure. Yeah. So life is crazy, huh?
Life is indeed crazy.
Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Speaking of life, what season of life? what? Speaking of life, what season of life would you say that you're in right now?
I'm in a harvest season. Yeah, harvest season.
Okay.
Because I've definitely sown a lot of seeds. I say this humbly too.
Mm-hmm.
I've sown a lot of seeds, poured into a lot of people, poured into business. Been in situations where I didn't know how I was gonna pay rent. Even sometimes still, I'll be like, "Ooh," be like, "Lord, where's the money on coming in?"
Mm-hmm.
But just to even be in this space, it's like a blessing. To be in fellowship with like-minded brothers, it's a blessing. To have a wife, to have a child, 3 years old, everybody's healthy, everybody's happy, it's a blessing. So, all across the board, just the small disciplined decisions that I had to make, or even experiencing bad things and then learning from it, not making the same mistake 1,000 times over, is manifested into my life right now. And I'm grateful that I, made some good decisions and choices as a young man.
Yeah. You touched on fellowshipping and collaboration, and you recently had an interaction at the Cleaners a little while ago.
Cleaners.
You met a man, proceeded to take a selfie with a man. You guys had some similarities.
Oh, yes.
You wanna
Yes.
touch on that for a little bit?
No way, man. They're doing their due diligence around here.
You know what I'm
boy.
saying?
Whew. Man, you got to watch what you put on that intranet.
Yeah, it's a digital footprint, man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I went to the Cleaners, connected with this guy, just saw him there. He had like Marine Corps posters all on in the Cleaners. And I was like, "Oh, like, you're a Marine?" He's like, "Yeah, Semper Fidelis." That's what we do. And then he told me that he was from my unit that I was in. So I'm like, "What?" I was like, "You was at 2-5? Victor 2-5, 2nd Battalion, 5th Marines, 1st Marine Corps Division."
Right.
I'm like,
right,
"You was
right.
at 2-5?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys know about that.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
yeah. So He was like, yeah. I'm like, what? I'm like, that's my unit. He's like, what? Then we started showing pictures. Then he popped out his book. Then we, you know, the military guys, we like to talk a long time. And we started telling our stories. I was there for about 30, 40 minutes before we ever handled the cleaners. But, overall, though, it was cool. It reminded me of, connecting with people from different stages, different seasons in your life. So it was dope.
Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you want to start closing or?
I'm like, I don't want to close. That's the thing. Like, I know we don't have all the time in the world, but like, I don't want to close. But obviously, I know we have to.
Quick question, real quick. Deshaun, how long has the recording been going on for? Oh, I thought I said 40 minutes.
I was like 40 minutes, yo.
That's actually crazy.
Yeah.
No, I can start closing.
No, yeah, we don't want to take too much of your time. We know you're a busy guy, very professional.
Yes.
If being professional was a profession, you would be a pro at that profession for sure.
See?
All right. I like that.
Would you agree?
I received that. Yes, I agree. I like to be professional.
Yeah.
Professional is key.
But when it comes to not being professional, like laid back and stuff, I feel like the outside world doesn't really get to witness that to an extent. So, like, what would you tell the outside world, the viewers of The Zone, something that they may not know about you when you just like to, like, be chill and relax, something that they just might not know?
Chill and
let them know
relax.
too, like when you say it, like,
Oh, right here?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
They want to know. The people want to know.
What do I do when I'm chill and relax?
Yeah.
I mean, I like to play 2K when I get the chance. I fart in the house.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just like any other person,
Yeah.
I like to hang out with my wife, Let's see. Nah, I ain't gonna say that on her. She gonna be mad. But I like to hang out with my wife.
No, yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much, chilling out, hanging out with my friends, whatever. What do we do? Like, a lot of times when I'm chilling, and with my friends, it's kind of business a little bit too. Because we built businesses that are around what we enjoy doing.
That's what we did.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this might be work, but it might be just like hanging out with your friends and making money.
Come on.
So
For sure.
So yeah, make sure y'all like and subscribe.
Yo, he's so tough. He's so tough.
Yeah.
But no, all in all, like, this is great. We just want to thank you for, being in the zone with us, but for being our first guest on the zone.
Wow.
Like,
thank you for being the first guest.
Thank you so much.
It's truly an honor. I feel special.
I know I say this pretty much after every episode. I enjoyed this a lot. Like, I mean, like, this is great. Great conversation. Like, getting to know you more. Obviously, we did a little bit of, FBI studying a little bit,
Yeah.
Just a little bit, not a whole lot, just a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you all after the episode, how the heck did you find that?
Hey, man. You're in the zone.
In the zone.
That's unbelievable.
You're in the zone, man. That's all I can say
But
about
no,
that.
as always.
Wait, hold on. Real quick.
Sorry. Go ahead. Let me know what I got to do.
No, you don't got to do anything.
Okay.
I mean, you could do the closing. But before we do the closing, I was going to say one more thing.
Okay.
Just like a closing question for you.
What's the word?
Us as young creators.
The word.
Us as young creators, we're rookies when it comes to podcasting, when it comes to really getting into the digital space with everything, Instagram, social media. What advice would you give us, since we're like just now getting into it, as young creators / entrepreneurs?
Well,
and also, not to cut you off, to any other young creator, entrepreneur out there, what advice would you give to them?
Okay, biggest advice is just start with what you have. A podcast means many different things for many different people, but you can literally take your phone and go into the voice notes and speak, and now you have a podcast. These guys are a great example because they start with their phones, and now look, they're here with lights and cameras. They got a screen with the logo because they put themselves out there. And really, another piece of advice is this: a lot of people are looking for consistent content shows. So even if you start with your phone, your ability to have a good theme, you partnering with somebody else to show that you guys are serious, it unlocks doors. Netflix, Tubi, YouTube, they all need what you have to offer. So don't let your mind begin overthinking. Just start where you are and find a buddy. Use the buddy system, and you'll be great.
Buddy system is great.
For sure. And last question to close it off. If you could go back in time and talk to your younger self and give your younger self advice, what would you tell your younger self?
Well, to younger Bakari, I would say you're right where you need to be. You don't need to feel like you're not confident enough or capable enough of doing everything that is in your mind. Um, even if you're in a spot that feels like you don't know what's going to happen, you're still exactly where God has planted you. So bloom where you're planted, do the best you can, get as much knowledge as you can wherever you're currently at, so that when you get to the next place, you can leverage everything that God has prepared you for in that season. So, yeah, we're going to make it even further, even for future Bakari. Sitting right here, we're going to make it even further than this. So, yeah, I'll see you whenever we get there.
Yeah, man. Shout out to past, present, and future Bakari.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can
Let's
go ahead
go.
with the closing out.
I'm speechless. Like, I don't know. That was great. That was amazing. But no, like I say, as always,
George is so funny.
we appreciate you guys tuning in. Obviously, we took a bit of a hiatus, but again, we're back. We're here.
Life happens.
Life happens. Life does indeed happen. But per usual, go ahead. Mine is right there. Shah's right there.
Yeah, he's
His
such
right
a dad.
there.
He's such a dad. He's such a dad.
Make sure you guys show some love to that. Obviously, we got this is the zone. It's right there. But it's right there. Go, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Show love because we're growing.
We're growing.
We're growing.
And feel free to grow with us,
Absolutely.
We're on a journey, but we all could be on a journey together.
Absolutely. That's all I got.
Like and subscribe. The Zone.
The Zone.
So
Episode 3.
Episode 3.
Cut. That was great, guys.